Hi everybody, welcome to Microbiology. I'm going to go over the syllabus really quickly with you. This is General Microbiology Bio 200 and the meeting times are all online, so you're not going to physically interact with me, but we will have virtual office hours that you can speak with me, and then I'll always have my email available where I will be responding to emails very quickly, okay? So I am your instructor. Hopefully you've already watched my getting to know me video, and this is my email address. So this is a study of microorganisms. This course is designed to teach students about microbes that can cause potential diseases, as well as those microbes that are very beneficial to the environment. In this class, you're going to learn different techniques on how to identify microorganisms and how to separate the good from the bad. There are prerequisites for this class, Bio 101 and Chemistry 100. If you have not taken these classes, or if you are taking these along with microbiology, that doesn't mean you're not going to be able to pass the class, but it will make it a little bit more difficult. So your general education outcomes, these are outcomes that you will learn as you go through Sandburg College and get an associate's degree from this school. The objectives here are what you're going to learn in our class, so in microbiology. I'll let you read those on your own, and I'm going to go right to the materials. So you're going to want to have the textbook. This is Microbiology, A Human Perspective. It is by LabStir. It is published by McGraw-Hill. The edition we're using is 9th edition. If you have an earlier edition, that's totally fine. You're also going to have to join LabStir, and I'll show you that in just a few minutes. LabStir is where you're going to get multiple labs that you'll be expected to do each week. So evaluation, you're going to be quizzed each week. I will have a quiz. Quizzes are going to be random number of points, and they're going to be 30% of your grade. Online labs, there's going to be multiple online labs. Typically, you'll have 2 labs each week that you'll have to do. Labs will be approximately 10 points per assignment. Some may be a few more, some may be a few less. But this will be 15% of your grade. Your disease assignments, I've posted the first one. You're going to have 4 different disease assignments throughout the semester, and they're going to be worth random number of points, but that will be 10% of your grade. You will have an unknowns assignment. It's just one assignment. It's worth 50 points, and this is 10% of your grade. You have a final exam, which covers everything. It is cumulative, so it covers everything from day 1 in class all the way through to the end of the semester. It's worth 150 points, and it's 20% of your overall grade. And then you will have a virtual practical. Don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to figure it out. We've never done that before. It's one assignment worth 100 points, and it's 15% of your overall grade. So in this class, you're going to be listening to videos that I have posted through YouTube. You're going to then be taking quizzes online, filling out study guides, preparing for exams. You will be doing labs online as well. So these labs are going to be virtual labs. Some of the labs are going to be almost like, for those of you who are gamers, like first-person gaming, where you are the individual going into a lab and you have to follow the instructions and do the lab properly. The labs you will be graded on, and you're graded on your technique as well in the lab. Anybody who gets below 80% of the lab correctly completed will be receiving a grade of fail for that lab. And I mean, the labs are not that horrible, but you do have to complete the labs, and you do have to pay attention so you can answer questions, because they will have questions throughout. There will be, I do take attendance in a weird way online. Since we're not having physical class, I won't be passing anything around, but you do have an assignment that's due on the first week of class by Thursday of the first week of class. If you do not have it completed, then you will be marked as not attending and you will be dropped from the course. So you need to make sure that you are completing all of your assignments, especially this first one. There are no late exams or quizzes. Everything is online, so I typically have them open for a few days. I don't have them open just for 1 or 2 days. I usually have them open for a good, 4 or 5 days, which means there should be no reason why you can't complete them. So same with assignments. Assignments will have due dates. They're to be completed by those due dates. If you don't get them done, then you will receive a 0. All of your grades are going to be posted in the gradebook in Moodle, so you'll be able to always go into your grades and see how you're doing in the class. So you should never feel like you don't know where you sit in the class. But if you ever do, you can always talk to me. Student success, you need to maintain your own enrollment. You need to be watching how well you're doing in class. If you choose to stop coming to class, it's your job to drop yourself from the class. The instructor cannot drop students after the midterm. So once midterm hits, if you decide, if I put you as attempting and working and you choose to stop coming to class, I won't drop you. I can't drop you. It's your job, okay? Like I said, all the students must have their first assignment done by the Thursday of week 1, or they will be considered not attending and be dropped. Since this is an online course, you need to have good technology. So you need to have good internet, good computer. If you have any problems with technology, you need to contact the help desk. And so tech support number is here, and there's your email as well that you can contact, and they can help you. So I teach microbiology. I don't know everything about computers, so I can't always help you when you're telling me that something's crashing or something's not working. I don't know what to do, but they can help you, okay? Time obligations. For those who have never heard this, hopefully you've all heard this, because I think every instructor talks about time obligations in their class. For every hour that you are in class, you are expected to work for at least 2 hours outside of class. And this is an online class, but that doesn't mean that there's no class. It's still a 4-credit-hour course where you are meeting roughly 2.5 hours for lecture and 2 hours for lab, which means that's 4.5 hours, which would mean that you would complete approximately 9 hours of work outside of class. So total per week for this class, you would want to spend 13.5 hours watching my videos, filling out study guides, doing assignments, and studying, taking quizzes. That is what is expected in general. Does that actually happen? Most people don't have that much time, especially if you're taking 2 courses that are both 4 hours or 4.5 hours. Then you're going to be very busy and you're not going to have the time to do the 25, 26 hours of work that's expected each week for your class, because you might be working outside of school. You probably have other obligations to family, and you need to have a little bit of you time as well. So I get that. But if you're only spending 2 hours a week and expecting to get an A in the class, you're probably not going to make that A. And you can see why we say this. There's actually a stated amount of time that is expected for instructor or for students to in the learning process. Academic dishonesty, plagiarism, basically don't cheat, don't plagiarize, don't take other people's work and turn it in. If you're working on your disease assignments, don't find someone else who's already finished it and just take their work and then copy it down and put your name on it, because that would be cheating and plagiarism, actually both, okay? So just don't do that. Do your own work. You learn way more when you do your own stuff. So schedules are always subject to change. Depending on how everything's going, we may have to change things up. But this is the typical schedule, what we're going to be doing. Each week you will have roughly 2 chapters that you're going to be going over, and then you will have some lab activities. So like week 1, you have chapters 1 and 3. There's videos. I did not pull them through Edpuzzle. Towards the end of the semester, I may have some Edpuzzles, but right now I just have them as YouTubes, which means you're going to watch them. There's no questions associated with them, but if you have questions, you can always ask, okay? Then you have a disease assignment. I have disease assignment each week. I'm probably going to, no, not probably, I'm going to only have 4 disease assignments. So the disease assignment 1 will span 2 full weeks. So it's still like each week you can be working on a disease assignment, but the week 1 disease assignment won't be due until the end of the 2nd week. Then you have your labs. And I just put labs to be announced. I will post the labs that you will be doing, which are on LabStir, okay? Code of conduct, basically be respectful of each other, be respectful of your instructor, be respectful of the class. If you ever are in, like if you ever don't know what type of conduct is expected, you can find the student code of conduct right here. We do have a library, and the library does have a lot of different resources. There are DVDs, there are books, there are articles that you can find that can help you in understanding materials. In our class, we're probably not going to be needing the library as much, but in some classes you do use the library a lot. Financial aid, so under the college's no show you go policy, if you don't attend the first week of class, you will be dropped, so make sure that you are doing that first assignment. Okay. Anything else I need to say? You can read through these other policies just so you kind of have an idea. For summer 2020, these are the dates that we have. You have an 8-week course. The class runs through July 27th. And that's really everything for this syllabus, okay? But before I stop, and I know this is a little bit longer, it's a 14-minute video, I want to quickly go back and show you where to find LabStir. It's very easy. Here's the Join LabStir for all the micro labs. So this is the labs that are through LabStir. I might have some activities that I'll post as well. Just go to labstir.com, click on student, click on log in to the LabStir LMS, create an account. When you create the account, you're going to write down your email and password. Put it somewhere that you won't forget it so you know what you have. Go to your email, click on activate account, and then it's going to show a LabStir with enter code, access code. Click on the enter access code and then enter this access code and you will be in my class, okay? If you're ever looking for the syllabus, you go here. And then each week, I'll show you this quickly. You will see this is kind of how I have everything set up. I just kind of write down this week we're going to be covering chapters 1 and 3. There's a quiz that will be due June 14th. There's an attendance assignment due June 10th. And then you have bacterial isolation and bacterial cell structure are due via LabStir. So this here is my office hours. So I do office hours via Zoom. You can join them every Monday and Wednesday. I'll have office hours from at 11 o'clock in the morning until noon. This is your attendance assignment. Let's get to know each other, and I just want you to answer some questions. This is my response. When you want to answer the questions, you just go into it, click on it, and then down here, hit reply. And when you hit reply, you're then able to write whatever you need to write down, okay? And I see some people have already responded, which is awesome. Go back. Oh, I should have went here, shouldn't I? I'm sorry. Go back here. All right. So these are the labs that you're going to do. You click on here and it just brings you to LabStir. This is my LabStir, obviously. You'll sign in and put your password in and then you'll have it. Okay. Down here are the lectures. These are just PowerPoints that you can download. And here are the videos that I have. So each video is anywhere from, maybe 7 minutes up to maybe 15 minutes. And then here's quiz 1. It's due June 14th. And here's disease assignment 1, which is due June 21st. Okay, and there's the document for the disease assignment 1. So you click on this, you have a document. You can just write the answers in the document. To answer the questions, you actually just go into the, hold on, I'm going to pull it up and show you. So you're going to go into, it says Chapter 22 Disease Assignment. Now remember, this is associated with the 9th edition. If you have an older edition, you may have to look at Chapter 21 or Chapter 23, but it'll still have the same diseases, conjunctivitis and otitis media. So read through that and answer these questions. Then I have strep throat, then diphtheria. And you just keep going on. It looks like a lot, but it's actually very simple. I would say it'll take you about an hour to finish, or maybe 2 hours to finish if you sit and just do the whole thing. And once you're finished, save it, upload it here, okay? All right, well, that's all I have for you right now. So enjoy the class. Please come to the office hours, and I will see you virtually at least. Enjoy class. Bye.